All right, final part of this. So we were at our graph before, and our graph looked like that. Once again, just to remind you, okay, we had a perfect positive correlation. We figured out what the equation was, y equals 3x. And now let's say we actually want to do an interpolation. Let's say we want to find out where what the value is when x equals 4. Well, we can look at this and get an approximation, but a better way to do it is to actually calculate in our equation what it is. So we could just put in 4 here. 3 times 4 equals 12. So at 3, it equals 12. Now, that's because it's a perfect equation. You can actually do this with all equations. You can just evaluate it. But another thing you do, let's say you have a bunch of data and you want to find out some specific points for specific x values. What we can do, if we want to look at all the values, we can go to table. And if we go to table, it gives us a y for every x. So for every input, we have an output. It gives us the answer for every single one. And we could, but notice, guys, these are all integers, right? We don't have any fractions in there. And we could change this if we wanted to put fractions in. Now, another thing we could do, let's say we want to interpolate at 4. Okay, well, we could see at 4, it's 12. Okay, easy to do with just this scrolling up and down the table. But what if we want to extrapolate when x is 100? Do we really want to scroll all the way down? That's a lot of scrolling. I'm going to show you another way that we can get right to x equals 100. So what we can do is go to, if we look at window, on top of it, it says table set. Okay, this is our table, so let's set our table. Not with dinner, but with a way of fixing this. So if we hit second table, you can see the table setup tells us right now it's starting at when x equals 2 and it's going up by 1. And in a later tutorial, we'll talk about how we can adjust these. We're going to leave these alone for right now. What we're going to concentrate on is down here. Right now, the independent variable is set for auto. That means it's automatically putting in x values, automatically putting in y values. The dependent is y, the independent is x. So what if I change this to ask? Okay, I'm going to leave the dependent alone. I'm going to let the calculator figure out what the y is, but I'm going to put in my own x values. Okay, so I switch this from auto to ask. Now, if I go back to table, you'll see that now it's blank. Okay, so if I want to extrapolate, yeah, let's start with that. We'll extrapolate when x equals 100. If I put in 100 and I hit enter, it tells me what it is. So, and we know 3 times 100 is 300, so we're right. Okay, let's say we want to find out what it is at 4. Okay, that would be an interpolation, right? We put that in 4 and enter, and there we go. What if it's at what if we want at 3.2? Okay, we didn't see that before when we did the automatic because it was only doing integers, but now we have a fraction in there. So if I put 3.2 in, it tells me that the answer is 9.6. So you can put in any x value and immediately get the y value in. Once again, how do we do that? Okay, we go to second table and we change independent from auto to ask. That's all we got to do. So that's going to wrap it up for this mini set of tutorials. We'll get back to some more stuff with the TI-84 real soon.